Pokémon Protagonists look worse since Gen 6. At the start of Pokemon, we had Red and his adventures. He sported a cool red and white hat and outfit, and had a deterministic look on his face. Gen 2 with Ethan and Chris similarly had unique enough designs with distinguishable hair and outfits that set them apart from any NPC in the Pokemon world. Gen 3 then introduced my favorite region of Pokemon with the Hoenn region and some of the coolest looking MCs, sporting white and brown hair respectively, and even different designs depending on which game they were in. I'd say that Gen 4 and 5 were also similarly unique and cool in character design, with Lucas's hat and outfit being pretty unique for the franchise, even though his face was a bit blander than previous gens in my opinion. But Dawn looked unique enough with her blue hair, pink outfit, and enthusiastic facial expressions to make it pretty cool for this gen. As for Gen 5, well, that was the last generation of Pokemon that had characters with emotion and uniqueness. Black and White 2 had some really cool character designs specifically, with emotive hairstyles that represented the energies of each character, and facial expressions that are easy to discern. Gen 6, however, is where everything started to fall apart. Gen 6 was the first generation to introduce Pokemon to a whole new medium with the 3DS console. This is where I'd argue character designs have fallen off, especially for the protagonists of these games. In X and Y as well as ORAS, a lot of cool mechanics were added to the game, and the environment of each of these games definitely were enhanced compared to previous gens. But the characters themselves, specifically the protagonists, did not level up. They changed from characters with a unique design and concept to characters with bland faces and NPC-like movement. Unfortunately, things do not get better. In Gen 7 with the introduction of Sun and Moon, these zombie-like sprites were not abandoned, and instead continued to haunt the Pokemon universe with their robot-like movements. Even in Gen 8, characters of these games were void of emotion and felt empty and without meaning. Their movements didn't feel fluid, and their facial expressions usually left me with a frown on my face. That being said, the exception here seems to be Pokemon Arceus, where characters had depth and volume to them, even if the lighting on them was pretty horrible. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the newest additions to the franchise, are featuring similarly NPC-like characters as well. They don't feel as unique as Brendan did in Gen 3, or as emotionally present as characters like Nate or Rosa from Black and White 2. They look like generic, boring kids. Earlier generations of Pokemon had protagonists who looked cool, characters that you loved to play because of their emotiveness and confident personalities that made them likable characters to use. Scarlet and Violet, however, have protagonists that feel bland and seem generic with nothing unique to their character. The frustrating thing here is that Scarlet and Violet do have interesting looking characters, but they aren't the protagonists of the series. Professor Sada and Turo are examples of some characters that are pretty cool looking in this game and seem to have some facial expression and emotion. And if you'd like to see why Professor Sada is better than Professor Turo, then I'd suggest clicking right here.